Hey everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be milling up a cherry log that I've had my eye on for a long time, so that's going to be awesome. But first, I'm starting to run out of places to stack lumber in here. The trailer I have, it's pretty much filled up to capacity. I don't want to put any more weight on it. And there's actually a pile back here that you can't really see under the snow. I'm not going to really mess with that until it all thaws out in the springtime. So what I'm going to do right now is just try to clear an area here in front of that pile. And I've got some of the cherry that I recently milled. It's not stacked anywhere yet, so I'll start stacking that here. And hopefully this area will give me a little bit more room to continue on for a while. Well, hopefully that should give me a somewhat decent area to continue stacking. Okay, so we've got the log up on the mill here. This is definitely the biggest log I've tried cutting on the sawmill before. The one end is only maybe 22 inches across, but the other end, it's the one way it's 27 inches across, so my mill only cuts up to 26 inches, so I am gonna have to do a little bit of finagling with the chainsaw just to trim that down a bit and get it to work. But we spent some time trying to get this log oriented the way I want it. I'm making it into a live edge bar top, and it's going to be book matched, so the two pieces that I'm really concerned with are gonna be coming right out of the middle section. And I'll take you over to show you what I'm looking at here. If you look, there's on the two sides of the log, this side's pretty just straight and normal, so that's the side that I'm gonna be squaring off. But this side, you can see there's a lot more character in it, and that's the reason that I cut this down, because I want to use this side as the live edge side. So it's gonna end up two pieces out of this, and so I'm gonna turn them around and it'll end up being live edge on both sides. So I've got it oriented now. What I'm working on is getting the log sitting level. So in other words, I want the center here. I've got it oriented this way, so this is all level. Now I'm trying to orient it from end to end level. So that's what I'm working on right now, and I'll get back to you when that's all done. Well, I ended up getting this oriented the way I wanted. I've got it side to side the way that I think will look the best once I saw through here. It's also front to back, the center of the trees level with the tracks of the mill. So I'm gonna put a new blade on the mill. This log definitely deserves a fresh blade. And I'm just gonna take my time, make a morning out of it, and try to get a really nice bar top. So I guess I haven't mentioned my brother and his fiance, they're getting married here at the farm this summer, and one of the things that I'm doing is building a bar. So this is kind of the first step in the process. So I'm gonna make the top out of this, and hopefully it turns out really good. I'm kind of excited to see what the inside of this looks like. Fingers crossed. I'm kind of nervous that you never know what you're gonna find in the middle of a log, but I'm hoping that it'll be something special, so stay tuned. Well guys, I got the mill fired up here. It's just warming up. I've got a brand new blade on, so I'm about to get busy on this log, but just thought I'd ask you to wish me luck. This was dead when I cut it down, so you never know what you're gonna run into on the inside, but hopefully it's all nice and solid. Let's find out. Now that I've made a pass through here, I can tell exactly where the mill's gonna hit on this log. You can kind of see I've marked it with the chainsaw here. So this is gonna end up being the flat side anyways. So I'm gonna try to leave myself as much room as possible, but I'm gonna knock all that off with the chainsaw, and that'll give my mill room to pass through. Well guys, first couple passes done. Here's what it's looking like so far. Everything's looking nice and solid. I'm really happy with this so far. Well, this is a 16-foot long, 2 1/4 inch thick slab of cherry, and I'm just gonna see if I can move it around by myself or not. It's not light. with where that's staying for right now. Yeah guys, just about 3 inches thick, and it is right through the biggest part of the tree too. So I ain't moving this by myself. I'll get back to it once I find a hand here. Well, now that I've got those 2 main boards that I was looking for cut off, I'm still left with a pretty healthy slab here on the mill that I can do something with. So I've kind of just squared this end off, and now I'm gonna stand it up and cut that into 4/4 boards. Guys, so I got all the 1-inch lumber cut up here, or 4/4, whatever you want to call it. That's all cut up, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to get a lot of woodworking material there. And as for the bar top, I'm going to get those 2 pieces stood back up on the sawmill here. Going to need the tractor for that. They're too heavy for me to hand bomb anyways, so get them stood up on the mill, and I'm going to get the one edge of both of them cut off, and hopefully we can get them put together to have a little bit of a preview of what this bar might look like when it's all complete.
You're just gonna push it off.
Yeah, I guess
You want that way, is it?
a little bit. That's fine. Okay guys, we got these biggest pieces up on the mill here. The one on the left, I don't really have any plans for, but the two right here are the bar top, and I kind of laid them out on here the way that the bar top's going to be put together, so you can probably see now how the grain on both of them and the character all matches, and that's really what I was going for. So I'm happy with how that turned out right now. This middle joint that runs the length in between them, I'm gonna have to figure something out in the future of how to get that joined nice and tight together, but I'll just take you for a little walk here. I'm walking through a snowbank right now, so forgive me if the camera's a little shaky. I'm trying to do the best I can here, but you can see even places like this I think are kind of neat how when you put it together how they'll match and that. But this these two pieces right now, they are almost 16 feet long, and we haven't completely decided how long the bar is going to be, maybe 12 or 14 feet. So when we figure that out, I'll have to make a decision where I want to make those cuts, but that will be for another day. And that's basically it for that. I'm just going to get a bit of this other stuff that I've cut stacked on top of it. Might be good to have some weight sitting on this and hopefully detract from it wanting to warp too much, although that might be a tall task. So I'm going to do that now. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you found that enjoyable. And that's going to be all for me today. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.